So, you want to get away from your debit card and start collecting credit card points to redeem for travel. Well, in this video, we're going to talk about the top credit card portfolios or optimal combinations of credit cards in Canada for any type of traveler. First, let's think about the all-round traveler. This is perfect for somebody who wants a little bit of everything. Excellent points earning and also flexible ways to use your points. This portfolio is made up of the American Express Cobalt card, which earns 5 membership rewards points per dollar spent on food and drink purchases, which can then be transferred at a 1-to-1 ratio to Aeroplan. The Cobalt card is essentially a cornerstone of any savvy Canadian credit card user's strategy because it lets you earn points on a very common category, food and drinks, at a very high rate, and it lets you redeem these points at high value through the Aeroplan loyalty program. And what's more, the Cobalt card also allows you to access valuable Amex offers that'll give you $20 here, $50 there, and over time lets you earn back most of that $12.99 monthly fee over the course of a year. But even though the Cobalt card is going to be a great way to leverage your daily spending towards your flights, you're still going to need a place to stay when you're traveling. And what better way to take care of your hotel stay than using hotel points and hotel status? That's why the American Express Marriott Bonvoy card would be my next recommendation for the all-round traveler. This card provides perks at Marriott hotels around the world, including elevated earning rates, automatic Silver Elite status, a welcome bonus enough to cover a few nights stay at many properties, but most importantly, a free hotel night every year that you renew the card that can easily outweigh the $120 annual fee. Now, these are both great travel credit cards from American Express, but there's one annoying thing about them that I haven't told you about yet. And that's the fact that just like most Canadian travel credit cards out there, they charge a 2.5% foreign transaction fee, which you'll have to pay every time you spend outside of Canada. Plus, you should also consider the fact that you need a Visa or a MasterCard option to spend on when the merchant doesn't take American Express, which does happen from time to time. And that's why I'm recommending either the HSBC World Elite MasterCard or the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite card to complete the set for the all-round traveler. Both of these cards earn flexible points which can be redeemed for cash, but the HSBC points are even more powerful. They can be transferred to British Airways, Cathay Pacific, or Singapore Airlines. And with those airline points, you can fly on Qatar Airways Q Suites, the world's best business class, Cathay Pacific First Class, or even Singapore Suites. The one thing to know about these Visa or MasterCard options is that they do have a minimum income requirement, which the American Express cards don't have. Now, what if points aren't your thing and you'd rather maximize your cash back? I mean, I get it. Cash is king. Or so they say. Using this approach, I've selected a few of my favorite cashback credit cards in Canada. The top pick in this portfolio is actually going to be not a cashback card. That's the Scotiabank American Express Gold card, which earns an excellent 5 times the points on groceries, dining, and entertainment purchases. Now, the points that this card earns is called Scene Plus points, which can be redeemed towards offsetting travel purchases at a rate of 1 cent per point, including refundable travel purchases that you actually choose to refund. And that effectively makes this card a cashback card with an earning rate of 5% on all those categories. In fact, at Empire grocery stores like Sobeys, IGA, Safeway, Foodland, and Freshco, you'll actually earn an impressive 6 points per dollar spent instead of 5. Now that's pretty stonks. Now, to round out the cashback portfolio, we'll be adding the American Express Simply Cash Preferred card, which earns a strong 2% cashback on all purchases and allows you to access exclusive Amex-only perks like Amex offers and front-of-the-line tickets. But what if the business doesn't accept American Express? Well, in this case, we've got a backup option, the Desjardins Cashback World Elite MasterCard, which is about as it gets for a card issued by Desjardins. This card has no annual fee and earns 2% on restaurants, entertainment, transit, and pre-authorized purchases, while earning 0.5% on everything else. And those 2% earning categories are pretty wide-ranging, and they should cover off any cracks that the Scotia Gold Amex or the Simply Cash Preferred had missed. Now let's move on to a traveler who's a bit more higher end. If you want to get a lot of travel rewards points, or if you just spend a lot and would like to have the best perks available, then this is the credit card portfolio for you. There's something about this next card that just makes me absolutely love it. With best-in-class travel perks, access to luxury hotel benefits, and a concierge to help you with requests from hard-to-get restaurant reservations to sending flowers, you already know which card I'm talking about, and that's the shiny American Express Platinum card. Come on, tell me this card isn't absolutely iconic. With a massive welcome bonus, airport lounge access, annual travel credits, hotel elite status, and the best of the best Amex offers, it's a no-brainer as long as you can justify that $6.99 annual fee up front. And what's also a no-brainer is in fact subscribing to the Prince of Travel YouTube channel, where you'll find all the updated information information about credit cards and points. Go ahead and drop the video a like down below and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date. Now, supporting the American Express Platinum card will be the TD Aeroplan and RBC Avion Visa Infinite Privilege cards. The Aeroplan Visa Infinite Privilege card offers a base earning rate of 1.25 points per dollar spent, Air Canada travel perks like priority check-in, baggage handling, and Maple Leaf Lounge access, and this card overall will just make your flying experience just that much better if you fly with Air Canada a lot. Indeed, both the Platinum card and the Visa Infinite Privilege cards are a great way to rack up the points thanks to their welcome bonuses, and opening up both of these cards will give you enough points to fly all around the world in business class. Now, for an alternative pathway into using points for business class, consider the RBC Avion Visa Infinite Privilege, or if you don't qualify for the Visa Infinite Privilege's 200,000 personal or household income requirement, the Visa Infinite Business card from RBC will do as well. Both these cards earn RBC Avion points, which can be transferred to British Airways Avios, Cathay Pacific Asia Miles, or American Airlines. And while you won't be able to combine these points with Aeroplan, there is also a unique benefit exclusive to these cards, and that's the fact that you can book any flight you want in business class or first class and redeem Avion points directly against that flight at 2 cents per point. On one hand, 2 cents per point is a good value, but it's perhaps not as good as the 5 or 10 cents per point that you could get if you redeemed Aeroplan points for first class flights. But on the other hand, with RBC Avion, you don't have to worry about award availability at all. You can just go out there and find any business class or first class flight that you want and go ahead and apply your points towards that flight. The value is ultimately capped, but the redemption process is a lot simpler and it'll save you a lot of time. And after all, for travelers like you, time is money. Wow, that's a lot of annual fees though. So coming up next are some of my top picks for credit cards without any annual fees, but do note that you won't be getting nearly as many points or perks for these cards. Earlier I mentioned the Amex Simply Cash Preferred card, and this card is like the baby brother of that card, and it's just called the Amex Simply Cash. This card earns 1.25% cash back on all purchases and lets you access those same great Amex perks like dining or entertainment experiences, concert pre-sale tickets, and Amex offers. Rounding out this portfolio to accompany the American Express will be either the Tangerine MasterCard, which lets you select 3 types of purchases to earn an elevated 2% cash back, or the CIBC Aeroplan Visa card, which is the only no-fee Aeroplan co-branded credit card that still lets you earn Aeroplan points and gives you preferred pricing perks, which is discounts when you redeem Aeroplan points for Air Canada flights. Now, on to the last portfolio of credit cards that I've got for you all, and this is probably the most useful one for some of you, and that's going to be a family-oriented portfolio of credit cards. Now, while there's not particularly any cards marketed for families specifically, there are a few tricks and perks which are definitely better when redeemed for more than one person than if you were a solo traveler. Since you'll be looking for more than 1 or 2 seats, the cost of plane tickets can add up pretty fast. So one thing you want to take advantage of is family pooling. Frequent flyer programs like Aeroplan let you collect and pool points between multiple people. Taking this into account, you'll want to try to collect as many points as you can between all the adults in your household that can apply for credit cards. Now, American Express is a unique issuer in this sense because they let you refer credit cards to your friends and family, and when you do so, the person creating the referral link will get a sizable bonus. So if you take this into account and refer your spouse or your player too, and then have them refer you back for a different card, you'll have quite a few extra points that you can use to help subsidize the cost of travel. Check out the link in the description below for a recommended order of applying for American Express credit cards if you wanted to go all out and maximize the number of points you can get. This way, you'll be earning welcome bonuses in the most efficient manner over time, and these bonuses can be pooled together into your Aeroplan or Avios accounts and then used to book flights for the entire family. But if you'd rather not open so many credit cards, there are more modest strategies that you can adopt as well that'll still give you significant savings. For example, the RBC WestJet World Elite MasterCard has a fun perk called a Companion Pass, which lets you bring a companion for a base fare of $119 plus taxes on North American round trips when you pay full price for the first passenger. And for a family that's traveling together, this companion fare is one of the most popular ways to save money on your trip, as both adults can get the card and redeem the companion fare on a trip with their children. Plus, the card also unlocks even greater savings by giving all of you a first free checked bag on your WestJet flight as well. Now, for this card, as well as all the cards we've talked about in this video, I bet you're now wondering, how often can I actually get these cards in order to avail of all the attractive benefits and bonuses? And you can find out the answer to that question in this video right here, where we talk about all the credit card rules you need to know. So definitely go and watch this next, and I'll see you over in that video.